The word collagen keeps coming up over and over again. In fact, we are seeing it more and more in product names and even in product marketing. But can we actually rebuild collagen in the skin? That's what we're going to talk about today. Hey everyone, welcome back to Sheri Proof. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're new, welcome. And if you're already a part of the Sheri Proof family, thank you so much for clicking on today's video. On October 18th, the world recognized World Menopause Day. I'm actually glad that we're having this conversation more and more to raise awareness and discuss the solutions that are available for the well-being and health of women. There is a lot of information and a lot of discussion happening around this, but I wanted to take that discussion a little bit to our skin on this channel, and that's why I'm doing this video today. Before we go into the meat of what I want to discuss today, I want to just create a little bit of context and background. So let's first define very simply what collagen is. So collagen is a protein that is one of the main building blocks of our skin, but it's not just found in our skin. We'll find it in our bones, our tendons, and our ligaments. Collagen is what gives your skin its structure and support. In fact, it makes up 75% of your skin's support structure. So imagine you start to lose the thing that makes up 75% of what's giving your skin structure and support. Girl, there is going to be some change. And it's not just in your skin, but it's everywhere that you find collagen in your body. So that's why sometimes people get things like joint pain and muscle weakness, sometimes GI issues, problems with the tendons and ligaments, etc. In the natural aging process, we have two things that are happening. We have a progressive, gradual reduction in collagen synthesis, and we have a progressive increase in collagen degradation. When we're in our 20s, our bodies naturally start producing about 1% less collagen every year. Genetics obviously is also going to play a role in how fast someone will actually lose that collagen. So let's start to put that into perspective. So in your 20s, your body is producing 1% less collagen every year. And let's say you get to menopause on average around 50. So that was 30 years of gradual reduction in how much collagen your body was naturally producing. But when a woman gets to menopause, oh yippee joy, in the first 5 years of menopause alone, her skin will lose 30% of its collagen. So when you start to put the numbers together, we're not looking good so far. Now, after that first 5 years of menopause, the decline continues, but it's not going to be as drastic. So after that, a woman will then lose about 2% of collagen gradually per year over the next 20 years. This is what would happen in a perfect environment. In other words, we haven't taken into consideration how much UV exposure you would have had, and that would increase the rate of your collagen degradation. We haven't spoken about other lifestyle issues. What's going on with your diet? Sleep. Are you a smoker? Are you consuming a lot of sugar, which will lead to glycation of your collagen fibers? All of these things have an impact on how fast and how much you actually lose collagen. So while we have a baseline, a lot of us may be losing that a lot faster than we actually think, but then we would see that drastic change once we get to menopause. So of course, if you're like me and you understand those statistics, this is not even about being vain. This is part of my own well-being. And while our face or the skin on our body might be what we might obviously see, that loss of collagen is also affecting other parts of our body. But since we're going to kind of focus on skin, one of the questions that tend to happen, especially when I'm dealing with my older clients, people who are very close to menopause or even have crossed over already, is what can I do about this lack of collagen in my skin? Can I actually rebuild the collagen? Is there something that I can actually do? So in today's video, I really want to go over 10 ways that you can actually stimulate collagen production. And I highly recommend that you don't just wait until those years to start this, given that this progression is going to occur. Don't wait to necessarily see structural changes visibly with your eyes to start implementing these. The younger you can start it, the better it's going to be for you. Number one, I have said it many times before. Start a retinoid and commit to it for the long term. If you are in your 20s, start a retinoid. It doesn't have to be a high strength product. It doesn't have to be tretinoin, retinoic acid, retin-A, anything like that. You can get a regular over the counter low percentage retinol. If you start that in your 20s and you're using that maybe 3-4 nights for the week, just think about by the time you get to 50, how much you would have done with regards to stimulating the collagen production in your skin. A lot of you may have been expecting me to mention a retinoid, but did you know that there are other ingredients as well that we talk about very often that can have a positive impact on your collagen production? So the second thing that you could actually do with regards to stimulating collagen production is introducing AHAs, particularly glycolic acid, at higher percentages into your skincare routine. And when I say higher percentages, I'm looking at glycolic acid in the kind of 10% range. What a lot of people don't realize is glycolic acid at these higher percentages have been shown to increase collagen production, particularly type 1 collagen, and increase fibroblast proliferation. Now, while this can also happen with lactic acid, the studies show that there is slightly greater benefit from glycolic acid when it comes to this particular function. Number 3, and you probably would have been hearing me mentioning this ingredient over and over again when I was doing the best Korean skincare I tried so far for 2024, and we were talking about moisturizers, is almost every single moisturizer has peptides. And while peptides on its own may not seem to be like a fanfare ingredient, when you combine it with things like having your foundational retinoid, something like your glycolic acid, peptides are going to come in there and add to the stimulation of collagen production. Why? Because peptides are a chain of amino acids that are essential for building collagen in your skin. They're also kind of like messengers to kind of trigger certain reactions within the skin, one of them being encouraging collagen synthesis. Number 4, vitamin C. And when I'm saying vitamin C, particularly L-ascorbic acid is where a lot of the studies and the information is based on. Vitamin C has been shown to increase collagen synthesis, stabilize your collagen fibers, and help prevent the degradation of your collagen. And remember, your body is naturally degrading collagen as you get older. And this is one of the reasons vitamin C is actually recommended in your morning skincare routine, especially because that UV and those free radicals actually have an impact in accelerating that collagen degradation. So if you use vitamin C, specifically L-ascorbic acid, in your morning skincare routine, you will not only help encourage new collagen production, but you also help prevent collagen degradation. Number 5, and we're still talking about things that you can apply topically. And this one might be a little source of controversy because while it's not so new, it's being used, probably not really discussed as much. It definitely has my attention, and I think there will be more attention placed on this in the coming years, and that's topical estradiol. Now, for those of you who may be on HRT, for those of you who may be having very bad perimenopause or menopausal symptoms, your doctor may have already spoken to you about this, and estradiol is a form of estrogen. Now, it can actually be applied topically, and there have been a lot of doctors recently coming out talking about the benefits to skin when applied on your face to encourage collagen production. In fact, when I was reading some of these studies, it actually said that both epithelial and dermal thickness was enhanced with topical estrogen therapy, and the amount of collagen significantly increased after 16 weeks of treatment in post-menopausal facial skin. Now, it's interesting to note that this was noticed on post-menopausal skin. That would be skin that would have gone through significant collagen loss already. I'm really excited to hear about studies that is going to be done on perimenopausal skin so that we can get a little bit more idea in terms of how beneficial it would be. But it's definitely something that you can talk with your doctor about to see if it might be right for you to introduce into your skincare routine. Number 6, and we're going to talk a little bit more about treatments now, and that is red or near infrared LED light therapy. I have spoken about this several times over the last few years because I have introduced red light therapy into my own routine, and studies have shown that this contributes to collagen production by stimulating fibroblast production. Now, you might keep hearing me mention fibroblasts, but fibroblasts are the primary cells in the dermis, and it's a big part of the whole collagen synthesis process. So you will also notice, like, if you take the time and you go and do a deep dive on the impacts of all of these things that I'm mentioning, you will see that they work in different ways. And why it's important for the discussion is because all of these little impacts play a role on how collagen is produced, synthesized, etc. in the skin. Number 7, another way to help encourage or stimulate collagen production is via the use of microcurrent. I did a video recently on microcurrent and the microcurrent device that I am using and that I actually recommend. So I will link that video. If you looked at that video, you would remember that we talked about the impact of microcurrent on increasing ATP. Now, if you have something that can help increase ATP production in your skin, that's literally the energy that is required for your skin cells to do everything. That by extension is going to have an impact on how your skin is able to synthesize and produce collagen. Number 8, and this is one that I actually mention to some clients that I have in consultations, because sometimes they might be seeing certain issues in their skin, and I have to tell them, yes, your skincare routine that you're doing at home is very, very important. But if you are looking at the type of goals that you have and what you really want, then you actually have to do some professional in-clinic treatments. Things like laser treatments and professional microneedling are very, very helpful for encouraging and stimulating collagen production. I highly recommend finding somebody who is well trained in this, especially for doing it with people on skin of color, because there are certain things that you have to keep in mind. But these particular treatments are very beneficial. Number 9, and I'm excited about this one. One of the ways that you can actually help increase collagen production in your body is via resistance training. Whether you call it resistance training, strength training, or weight training, that's what we're talking about. So while exercise is also very beneficial for your skin, specifically lifting and lifting heavy releases the growth hormone that is produced by a pituitary gland that helps to stimulate those fibroblasts. The result being increased collagen production. I was actually reading a particular study that compared both aerobic training and resistance training, and it was saying that both of them significantly improved skin elasticity and upper dermal structure, but resistance training improved dermal thickness. So guys, if you haven't started lifting yet, start. It's not only going to benefit the rest of your body, but it is also going to benefit your skin. And number 10, in terms of how we can actually help to stimulate or increase collagen within our bodies, and this has to do with what you actually consume, aka your diet and supplements. Many of us will know that having protein-rich foods in our diet is going to be really important as a source of collagen for our bodies. And then there's certain nutrients that are even more important in our body when it comes to collagen synthesis. But I know many of you have been waiting for me to talk about this. Collagen supplements. Again, many years ago, I did a video on collagen supplements. I have used collagen supplements, different ones, over several years now. And based on my personal experience, I've actually seen the difference in me, in my body, in my skin, in my hair, in my nails, when I'm actually on a collagen supplement versus, let's say I take 2 or 3 months of it. I could definitely tell the difference, and I absolutely miss it. Now, there are many types of collagen, but the ones that you will tend to see when we're talking about collagen supplements, collagen powders, collagen pills, you will see them mentioning especially type 1 and type 3, because those are the ones that are more related to our skin. And on this topic, you will find a lot of division in the medical sector. You will find that there are doctors who swear by using collagen powders and so on, and there are others who will say, I want a little bit more evidence, I want some more studies. You know how this goes. The good thing is that there is some evidence, and that body of evidence is growing and growing in a positive direction. The key, however, when it comes to collagen powders is that you want to make sure that you're looking for hydrolyzed collagen peptides. So when it's hydrolyzed collagen peptides, it's actually broken down into smaller parts so that it's easier for your body to actually use. And when we're talking about the evidence or the information with regards to do these powders and these supplements actually work, I actually did find a paper that did a systematic review and a meta-analysis of 26 randomized controlled trials that assessed the effects of hydrolyzed collagen supplements for at least 90 days. So let's pause right there. Notice that this is not something that's going to work overnight. You have to be taking it consistently for a while. And even after you've done it for a while, let's say you do it for a couple of months, it's not like you're just going to stop and then you're going to have collagen like done for the rest of your life. Remember, we are constantly losing collagen. So what we're actually trying to do is continuously find ways to actually get that collagen stimulated and built and produced within our bodies. Now, this review actually said that it showed significant improvement in skin hydration and elasticity, and 95 of the participants were actually female. So there needs to actually be some studies done on the skin of males, but we actually have data on how hydrolyzed collagen can have an impact on the skin of females. Like I said, I have tried many before. I will include a couple of my favorites that I've tried over the years in the description box below. So we discussed 10 things that we can actually do to help increase the collagen in our bodies. And you will notice that I didn't mention sunscreen, because what sunscreen is actually going to do is help prevent that progressive degradation. So while we're doing things to help build, we need to also make sure that we prevent and we protect against that. And this is why sunscreen, sunscreen, sunscreen. Now, finally, here's how you will not get more collagen. And that's through products that market that their product is a collagen serum or a collagen cream, and they do actually have collagen in the description or in the ingredients. Now, collagen as an ingredient is a wonderful ingredient. It is actually going to help increase skin hydration and skin moisture. And if your skin is well hydrated, it will naturally plump your skin and make your fine lines and wrinkles, etc., look less visible. But is that actually going to build collagen in your skin, which is what we actually need to do? No, it is not. Collagen serums and collagen creams really are great moisturizing and hydrating products. So when you see it, know that that's what you're getting, and it's not actually going to have an impact on the collagen issue that you are actually trying to fix. So while aging is a blessing and the natural aging process is something that many of us may welcome, there are those of us who may be concerned about the loss of collagen, collagen degradation. You want to make sure you protect against that. And whatever you can do, there's several ways, as I mentioned, that you can have an impact on how your body can actually stimulate or produce more collagen. If there are any other ways that you actually have, leave them in the comments down below. I hope that today's video was helpful. Share it with a friend who might find it useful. Remember to like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in another one soon. Take care. Bye.